looks like I'm here. So, are you ready to see legendary Tracy G, former guitarist of Dio? Ready? Sorry, man.
Me and my cat.
Traffic. All right.
Oh, he got scared.
This is Tracy G. Look at him. Yeah, man.
Where is it that you're from?
I'm from Ukraine, man.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
Isn't that where the wars are going on and shit?
Of course. Can't say this is interview, but little friendly talk with one and only Tracy G, the former guitarist of Dio, and especially for SULÉY ERA magazine. Here you go, Tracy G himself, the legend.
They welcome someone who's interested and into it, and they welcome, you know, they're just real people, you know, and that's where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to be a rock star or anything, and I was grateful to have that gig with that guy,
man.
with that band.
This picture probably from London, is it? 1993 London show.
Exactly. I think that picture's from the band World War III.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
It's
before
even
Dio.
before.
That's before Dio, and that's with Dio. I think
right.
this was the one in the gig in London. Yeah.
You know what? It was 1986. I was doing that time windsurf. I've been in Ukrainian team, windsurf #1 in Ukrainian team, and we went to it's Crimea, Sevastopol, and I bought. It still was Soviet Union that time, so everything was forbidden. All fucking music, it was no music. You never heard anything like Dio or whatever. And I bought 2 tapes then in that town.
They didn't even used to let music in there.
Yeah, and I got Dio 1986 and I got Metallica 1986, and it was blew me off. Like, wow. And the second time with Dio, it was 1993 when I got album with you. And I've heard that this even fucking heavier than before. And with Dio voice, it was like, wow, man. And from that time, I'm like, I want to meet these guys so much.
Thanks, man.
See, 32 years later.
When I got the gig, when I got the gig, I told him, like when I auditioned, and I didn't have the gig yet, but I told him, I said, well, I know you can pick anybody you want on the whole planet. You can pick anybody, you know, who's not going to play with you. I told him, and he started laughing. I said, but I feel in my soul that if I get a chance to play with you, we could make the heaviest Dio record ever.
These are forbidden. We've got no answers. Believe us anyway. So here's my confession.
Yeah.
And I feel like we did a pretty good job at the Strange Highway.
Absolutely.
A lot of people.
But that's the best sound, man.
Yeah, a lot of
Strange
people might
Highways.
not, some of the fans didn't.
You know what?
understand
It's in my phone. These 2 albums. You've seen it. It's like out of space. But these 2 albums, they're forever.
Yeah, and so that's the biggest compliment to me, you know, to make an album like that with a singer. I always had trouble. Every guitar player, I think, has trouble finding a singer. We all have problems in our whole life finding a great singer, right?
Yeah.
And I found some singers that were pretty good and stuff, but nothing like Ronny. And I never even dreamed I would play with Ronny.
Well, how did you get that gig?
Well, I did the band World War III. Vinny Appice and Jimmy Bain.
Yeah,
That's half a deal right there. Once that was over, and then they were going to start a band with Dio again and call it Dio. They needed a new guitar player. And they knew me. We'd already made an album and went on tour, so I didn't feel to call them and remind them, hey, remember me? You know, I didn't do that. I wanted to.
Why not?
I wanted to, but I thought, well, I don't want to kiss up. If they think anything of me, they'll call me. And about a month later, the phone rang, and Vinny said, "You want to come audition for Dio?" You know, because they had mentioned me to Dio, which that's the way I wanted it. If it was supposed to happen, I feel like it happened for the right reason. I said, "Yeah, of course." So I went down there, and then I played. No Dio songs, no soloing, just rhythm with Vinny and Jimmy. And then I left. I didn't hear anything. And a month later, Vinny calls me again. He goes, "Well, it's down to 3 guys. He wants you to come back." Wow. And then I was like, oh my God. So I did. And then 2 days later, he calls me and says, "Okay, tell your dad." My dad was still alive, of course. My dad was like my #1 fan. You're the guitar, you know, he picked you. What? I mean, he could pick anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You have your own style. That's why.
Thanks.
That's
yeah.
why.
Whatever. He was open to that.
And he needed something
He wanted
special.
something new. He wanted.
Oh yeah.
He wanted to experiment, and I was the guy, you know. And he wanted to sing different lyrics, not so much about rainbows and dragons and stuff. He wanted to sing more about politics and things that were going on now in the government, and things were happening. Not so much fantasy stuff. He changed his way a little bit. Not a lot of the fans dug it, but Strange Highways is its own thing. Yeah, it definitely stands
that's
out.
one of my all-time favorite
And then
songs.
later Jeff Pilson came in, and Jeff, Vinny, me, and Ronny we played so many gigs.
So with Jeff, you recorded these 2 albums, right?
with Jeff, yeah.
He's been on both.
Yeah, he was bouncing back and forth with Dawkins. Jeff, he was in Dawkins, but his time off with Dawkins, he'd worked with Ronny, and he went on tour with us, few tours and stuff. And then we ended up getting Larry Dennison, which played with Tony McAlpine. Larry, the bass player, he played some albums with Tony, and we got him later, and he went on tour with us. Larry, it was awesome. What can you say?
That's so cool.
With a voice like that, I mean, you give him anything. And I told him when he was going to pick me to be in the band, I go, I think I can make you sing heavier. I think I can
And he
give you
did.
heavier stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And when you hear, especially that live gig we did in London, and he's singing.
That's great.
Oh my God!
Oh man.
Even when I watch it now, I go, how good was he? I mean, we're all good at that point, and we're tight with each other.
The band was like really tight.
But he's like, he's killing it, you know. And I just felt a part of that, you know. Walls of Marshalls, and it makes it feels good. So I'm glad I'm real grateful that I got to do that. You know, it is what it is. You can't really take it. You can't take that away either. You could say whatever, but that happened. And for those that were there, saw it, and then the videos that are left behind, you see that. Mm-hmm. The music speaks for itself.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I'm proud, very proud of that. Yeah, and it enabled me to keep going and do all this other stuff I'm doing now. You know, I just keep trying to do different stuff.
Well, it's history right now. And here we've got this guitar. Look at this.
That's the one.
That's the one. Oh man.
You know who made that guitar? You know who made that guitar?
Who made it?
You know Randy Rhoads?
Uh-huh.
His polka dotted. The guy that made that, Carl Sandoval, made that.
Wow.
He made.
You still have it?
For Randy, yeah, that was 80, 84, 85. And Randy Rhoads came, I think 80 or something.
I have a big collection of guitars.
Some of the guitars I have are baritone guitars where they're tuned really low. I used a lot of those for Elvin stuff.
Uh-huh.
They're not tuned standard. They're tuned really low and stuff. So that's Dark Mile, and that's our first album,
Uh-huh.
which was signed with Pride and Joy Music in Germany. That's the label we have. But we're on our second album, but we might put it out ourselves or find another label that'll help us more.
But after you did this album,
We did that album.
did you do a tour or something?
No, we didn't get
Why?
no help with any of that. The label thing.
Uh-huh.
We haven't done any gigs yet. The singer lives in Washington.
All right.
Mark Huff, and then Randy, the bass player,
It's
me
your
and
guy.
Paul.
Yeah.
Paul's there's another guitar player that plays rhythm, and it's really his project. And then I play rhythm and lead. We all write the songs, and me, Randy, and Paul live here. Paul is the one that showed me how to use and gave me the studio, and he has the same thing, so we bounce things back and forth. You know, I do parts of songs here, send him. It's called Garden. He lives in Garden Grove, so we send it to Garden Grove, and he does all the.
It's pretty
producing.
close.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes
Yeah.
away. He does all the producing, and he deals with the singer in Washington. Sends all the tracks there. Mark sings his stuff in Washington. We've only met Mark once in like 3 years. Mark lives in like I said, Washington.
Yeah, ask him. Maybe he would love to do like a tour or something. I'll ask promoters.
Killer singer.
Yeah, he's good.
Anyway,
But when you do recording here guitars, you record here,
yeah, it's
your
all
studio, on that board,
right here.
that pedal board.
Yeah, this is.
I'm gonna ask you a question. I have one question. As a guitarist, I'm here. It's my favorite guitarist.
Right.
I have that question, and well, I've seen you have a pedal. I've seen on live video with Ronny, and your videos. You've been playing some your solo stuff, and you're using some pedal for that kind of sound. Solo on Sonic Pain. It's kind of, I don't know, it's like flanger or something.
88 flanger. Probably that one. Did you do the Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost?
That one?
Yeah. Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost.
That small one?
Has this one, and the small one turns off and on that.
All right. What is this?
Makes it go.
What is it?
I'd have to show you. I have to
And what is it?
88 flanger.
That's kind of old stuff. Is it?
Yeah, it's really old.
Wow.
It was,
And
I've had it
that's
since
why
like,
I'm like,
I've had it since like
what
82.
is this? I don't
like,
know.
It's like 82.
the only you have that sound.
Yeah, nobody uses it like that.
That's your signature. Can you see that, guys?
What?
That's the thing.
88 flanger. I saw somebody named Pat Travers. You heard Pat Travers? Back in the 80s, he used an 88 flanger, but he just uses it as a flanger.
Yeah.
But I started turning the knobs and
Yeah, you just put it some kind of
came up to-
crazy.
came up with these weird sounds.
That was
Let me-
nice.
I'm gonna turn it on for you so you can hear it. Okay.
Oh, that would be nice. And when you play guitar, you use here amplifiers just in studio.
Right here. Everything I use. Well, that goes into the Randall.
Uh-huh.
I got a couple.
Is that
Marshalls.
tube
I
one?
got a couple Marshalls over there, but the number 4 Randall, it's a 100-watt Randall.
Oops.
And then the cabinet is in back of that wall. In the other
There.
room, my
That's what I want to ask.
With the-
Where's cabinets?
the cabinet's sitting in a little a closet.
Oh, that's smart.
In the back,
You don't need them
and
here.
It's mic'd with
Uh-huh.
57, and I don't touch it. It just stays there, and it's running.
So you have the same sound all the
It's running
time.
Here, so, but I could be 1 in the morning and I could be out here playing because
Oh.
it's all muffled. No one hears it but me. But I don't use like the new stuff they have today where a lot of people don't even use amps. You know how they use all those other things. I use the amps, old school. I call it my robot sound, which is famous from Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost, from Dio, and it's done with an 88 flanger and the side of my pick. If you set a flanger up for a regular flanger sound, it just sounds like a flanger. You know, everybody knows what that is. This doesn't sound like a flanger because I'm hitting the strings like percussive, like this. I'm doing like a rhythm with my pick. But if I turn the flanging thing on, then it does this. So if I go... Okay, it makes that sound because that was a harmonic. No matter whatever I do on the guitar, it's going to change because it changes with everything I do. If I touch it, if I do a pick thing, if I do a harmonic, a dive bomb, and that's at just one setting. That's with one speed. If I speed it up, it kind of sounds like a motorcycle or something. Just all standard stuff that kind of everybody has, but nobody really has these.
Oh yeah.
And that's a big kind of trademark in my sound when I play. Even Dio stuff, I used to click on this shit. People go, what's that? You know, hey, you can't do that. But you know, as you know, as a guitarist, you can do whatever you want. You should be able to play however you want, however you feel like playing. Play. You know, that's why we do it. So we could just be ourselves and no rules. I've heard the best of guys say, "Fuck the rules." Eddie Van Halen always says, "Rules. Just do whatever you want." That's how Eddie Van Halen became Eddie Van Halen, mostly of it because he just did his own thing. And he didn't have a lot of money at first, so he made stuff up. You know, the way he decorated his guitars and everything, it was just...
about your plans right now? You just pull out this album. It's gonna be soon, you know, in the internet. Maybe you're gonna do, as you said, these CDs printed, and then are you gonna do tour or something, gigs
Well, I got some shows lined up.
already
Just small little
with these guys together?
with me and Gratz.
Oh,
Just two-man band. I got a little amp over there. You'll see it. I won't use any of this. I'll plug that acoustic you saw outside. It's sitting over there on the chair now. Yeah, that'll plug into that. And Gratz has one just like that.
So you guys just you just recorded some stuff, right, on classical guitars?
It's getting packaged right now, and but it's different for me because I play, as you know, electric, heavy metal, electric. That's what but I do like, you know, this. But it's difficult to play. It's hard for me to play.
Different.
It's different. It's not electric's easier compared to that. So, but I like that kind of style. And then I have a good friend named Gratz, and he also, I've known him my whole life, and he plays electric and acoustic. And so he got his acoustic, and I got my acoustic, and we wrote 12 songs. In the last 3 months, we wrote 12 songs and recorded them because I have a little studio right here. These guitars, they sound, you know how they sound.
Oh yeah.
They're beautiful sound. You know, there's no Yngwie going on here. You know what I mean.
You don't have to be in there. You Tracy G. It's...
Not too many people are. He's one of a kind of guy, you know. But I just like the sound that this guitar puts out, you know. With just me and him, and I put some percussions and little keyboards in my studio, but when we play, we're gonna do some gigs, and it's just me and him, just two guitar players. That's
cool.
It. So it's kind of, I like.
What places you usually play here around LA?
There's a place I'm gonna be playing called Old Stump, but it's like in the next town, Glendora. It's like people, they go and drink, you know, people. But it's small, just no big places yet with me and Gratz. Just I have a connection that somebody that lives in South America. I toured with in New Zealand. His name's Luke Casey. I toured with him in New Zealand. He had a band. He was a fan of Dio, so he hired me. I came in. They flew me to New Zealand in 2015. They flew me over there, a lot of water, all the way around the other side of the planet.
Around 15 hours?
14
flying?
hours.
14?
14 hours, wow. Oh, that's time. And he's a drummer, really good drummer, but he set up a tour. We did like 4 or 5 shows, got in a van, put all our equipment in there, and I didn't know none of the guys.
One of the highlights of my music career has been playing with Tracy G. Tracy G was a guitarist for Dio, Ronny James Dio, in the Dio band, back in the 90s. He played on 2 albums, Strange Highways and Angry Machines. I love both of those albums, although they're not generally liked by Dio fans. Lots of Dio fans didn't like the direction that the guitar playing went in on those albums. I personally love it because Tracy's guitar playing is so unique. When you hear him play, you instantly know it's him, which to me is the hallmark of a great artist. Whether it be Snoop Dogg, Tracy G, or any artist that has a singular voice that you can instantly tell it's them, that's what I love about music, okay? So today, Tracy sent me this fantastic gift, his new album, El Mariachi Sexorcismo, and it's a kind of a rock meets flamenco style release. And Tracy has been so prolific, still releasing music all the time, still playing all the time, still really, really prolific as an artist, which I think is great. So I wish Tracy every success with his new album. I hope to see him down in Peru, which is where I'm now living. Thank you for sending me that CD, my bro. Big ups. Check out tracyg.bandcamp.com and you can see all his other releases as well post Dio. Take care.
It's kind of nice.
What's his name?
His name is Joey,
Joy.
and he's a stray cat. He's not he's not really my cat where I can take him in the house, but he's checking you out because he's wondering who you are. He's just he's real protective of himself. I feed him though. I feed him so he always comes over here and hangs out. Joey,
Cool.
what are you looking
Joey.
at? Look at him. Yeah, he's like a tomcat. Yeah, he's a... But I grew up on blues. You know, Tony Iommi mixed with blues and Gary Moore and Jeff Beck, and I like all the kind of guys. You know. Al Di Meola.
I've seen some videos, and
all those guys.
it's been said. I don't know if that's true or not. Just one time saw that they wanted you to be like the guy who can replace Tony Iommi for Heaven and Hell tour in 2006.
Me?
Yeah,
Well, I didn't hear.
I think Dio said
I
that.
didn't know. I never heard
because
that,
because he always, well, you know what, I never heard any one bad word about you from Dio. He always liked you, and he said just because of your different style, because it's more brutal, it's more groovy.
And I didn't play a lot of the old Dio songs the way they're supposed to go. Like I did my own. I put my own thing in there, and
Yeah,
on the
that's cool.
solos, I did my own kind of solos, and I didn't really copy way the solo went. Like whether it be Vivian, Craig Goldie, or Rowan, the albums that came before me, or Richie Blackmore, or Tony Iommi. Whenever I played one of their songs, those are my heroes, you know, Richie Blackmore and Tony Iommi. I mean, I grew up on those guys. But when I would go to play the solos, I always felt like that was my time to speak and be myself. So I'd go off and do my thing, you know, and a lot of fans of the Dio were like, what's this guy doing, you know? So eventually they got a new record company, so Dio had to move on and get someone from the past, like Craig Goldie or whatever they got, you know. They got different guys, but I said, they wanted me first to play with him as a deal with two guitar players.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that story.
But me as a rhythm guitar player. And I said, nah, that's no fun. You know, no.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's okay. You go ahead, and I'm going to just, in my studio, do my own. So since Dio, I think I put out like 20 solo CDs. I have them for sale on my website. And this one that I just did with this guitar is another one. I just play and do my own thing, whatever different it is. This right here. This is my latest CD. It's not heavy metal at all. It's I'll let you hear a little bit of it. It's, you know, flamenco guitar with my friend Gratz. Me and Gratz known each other forever. So we wrote 12 songs together. It's being put together right now, and I'll have it on my website, tracyg.com. Like probably in a couple of weeks, it'll be there. You can buy it as a digital download or the physical copy you can get too. So it's just way different for me, you know, and I like to do stuff that's different sometimes and not the usual thing. So I love the heaviest of the heaviest Tony Iommi, Black Sabbath riffs. That's what I grew up on, as everybody knows. But I also love Gypsy Kings and Santana and Al Di Meola and all that Latin stuff, you know, in between. So that's why I did the El Mariachi
Yeah, that's the one
group.
we're just
Yeah,
listening
that's this
right now.
one.
Yeah,
It should be pretty cool. Yeah.
I had the privilege to listen one song just right now, so you guys better
Yeah.
buy it.
Yeah,
And I've seen that sign here. Can you tell us? I quit the band. That's probably something
oh,
about, right?
there's a lot of stuff in this room. Yeah, there's a lot of writing, a lot of pictures, a lot of the old picture with Ronny James Dio and all that jazz. Some of my solo CDs, but I'll give you a. I'll go to the back right now in a second, and I'll get you a few copies of the CDs.
I'm more like a guy. Dio. Wow.
That's my Strange Highway album. It fell and broke. Yeah, I'm kind of a messy guy, so my room's pretty messy. But that's just how I work. That's how I like it. It's comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like home.
It's
here.
my little man cave, so to speak. It's got all the lyrics and all the information about the.
Oh, that's
that-
cool.
Open it up. It's pretty cool.
Whoa, thanks, man.
It came with that CD.
Wow.
Okay, here you go. This is a blues thing I did. Ray Luzera, the drummer for Korn. You know who Ray Luzera is? Well, you know who Korn is.
All right. Yeah.
He's that drummer.
All right.
He plays on this with me, all instrumental. This is one of my Tracy G albums. It's just I think it's a 4-song EP thing. This is another really
This
heavy
device,
one.
I think I heard that.
This one's called Goad-ed. Very heavy. This one's all Christmas songs.
Oh, that
I
heard
kind of
that.
redid them.
This is with Michael, right? Michael, what's his?
Michael
last
Beatty?
name? Beatty, right?
Yeah, he's on there. But a lot of people are on there. My dad's even singing a song on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And this one's a Tracy G group with Patrick Johansson,
Yeah. Yeah.
drummer.
Yeah, he's
Great.
a great guy.
Here he is.
He
He's
plays
on there.
with he plays with Nick Zimmerino right now. They have project there in Florida.
Great drummer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like that flamenco album I just did, this is the other one I did earlier.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, you'll like it. It's that kind of music. Yeah. And that's just some of them. I couldn't find them all. I have like over 20. So you can have those.
So, you guys got it. All these CDs. You gotta go on Tracy G website. What's this
Yeah.
right name?
TracyG.com.
TracyG.com.
That'll take you to something called Bandcamp,
And you may
and all those.
Buy them.
They're all
and
on there.
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp is where you can buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
There
all
you
on
go.
there.
See? Wow.
And I have about 10 more. There's a lot.
Well,
And that's what I've done.
thank you so much.
You got it. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate
you,
you coming
Tracy.
by, dude. That's nice.
Thank you for having us here. And it was a little friendly talk. I don't know if you can say this is interview, but little friendly talk with one and only Tracy G, the former guitarist of Dio, and especially for SULÉY ERA magazine, music magazine. Here
Yeah.
you go, Tracy G himself, the legend. Thank you, Tracy.
Cool, man. Thank you.
paying for it. You